Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joey Ragona, and I'm an expert in actually building your business, really building your business, getting you really clear on how to build the business so you can market that thing and build it to six figures and beyond. But that is a huge promise that a lot of people talk about. And what I want to really talk to you about today is one of the conversations I had with a brand new client about marketing and the mistakes that we make as marketers going into building the business, right? Because we believe that marketing is well, we do know that marketing is one of the biggest things that we should be doing, but how we approach marketing is a whole other story, and that's what I want to share with you today. So from her view of how she was doing marketing, I'm going to explain to you how she explained it to me, which is a great analogy that you're really going to get. And this is where the mistake is that I see a lot of people doing, and that is that when we're marketing in this particular business, what she's doing is she described like a cup. So you can imagine there's a cup here, right? And there's a hole on the bottom of the cup, and she's bringing people in the top of the cup. She's filling the top of the cup with people coming into her business. And I won't tell you the business or anything like this. I don't violate any confidentialities with my clients, but this will apply to pretty much anybody's business, unless you have a one-off business where they're just one-time customers, right? They come in, they buy, and they leave. So that's a pretty difficult funnel or an expensive funnel to keep going. But in most businesses, we don't have that type of a business. We have a business where we can sell them other stuff, whether it's a subscription model or you bring them in for a small product and you sell them a bigger product later, right? Usually there's a back end to a business, right? And this is the case in the one I'm describing to you. But what she's doing is thinking that she needs to keep filling the top of the cup, right? And so because people are not staying, they're going through and they're, I guess, using the product or deciding it's not for them or whatever it is, and then they leave. So it's a constant flow of people coming into this cup or this funnel, whatever you want to call it, and then leaving. So I asked her, well, what do you think is the problem? And she said to me, well, the business naturally has an attrition rate of people just leaving all the time, right? And so that's where the problem is. And so if people are leaving your business, then you have to figure out why. So it's not that you need to put more money in the front end and try to keep bringing people into your cup or filling up the funnel all the time. It's like, why are people leaving? And so that's where you have to focus on, right? So it's in other words, even Dan Kennedy had another way of describing it, which was if you're in a boat, right, and you've got a hole in the boat, all we're trying to do is get the water out of the boat instead of fixing the actual hole in the boat, right? So this is what I explained to her as well. And so we need to fix the hole in the business. That's the most important thing, instead of trying to always feed the front of the funnel. And if you don't have a business where you have a back end, then I guess it's the only way that you're going to continue to market is just get one-off customers. Hopefully you've got a really good ROI, or you've really got a big revenue stream there for you, and then there's a big market for you. If there's a small market, that's going to be a huge problem. But one of the things that I told her was, well, if people are leaving the business, it means that they're not resonating with the product. And so you need to change the product, or you need to change the way that you are approaching the market and telling them what they're getting. Because here's the deal, right? It's really simple in marketing, is give people what they want. If people are out there looking for a solution to whatever it is that you can provide a solution for, explain it to them in a way that they get it. And I think as marketers, I'm guilty of this too a lot of times, is that we are so immersed in our business that we've done so much work over the time to help people get what they want, that we know what they want, and we're trying to, a lot of times we market the second step, right? We don't market the first step. And the first step is, what do people really want? And you got to talk to them in that capacity. It's like, well, here's what they want. But we try to sell them what we know that they need, and we give them the solution before we're talking to them in the want mode. And so that's kind of where her mindset was in this particular instance. And I said, you can't do that because people don't want that. And as soon as I gave it to her in that context, I said, when people are coming into your business, are they looking for this new way of marketing that you're modeling? Are they looking for that? And she said, no. And I go, well, that's the whole problem, because you're trying to sell them something that they don't want at this point. They need it. Yes, they do. They need it, and there's a way that you could maybe give it to them once they come into your world. But if you're marketing that from the top end, you're trying to convince the market of something that they think they don't even need or that they don't even want. And that's a big problem, because if you're trying to convince the market, you're just putting time and energy into something that is going to take forever to do. if not impossible to do. So why not go after the market and give them exactly what they're looking for? And there's multiple ways of doing that. I mean, go anywhere on Google, anywhere on forums or in Facebook groups or anything, and in your niche, and look for what are people asking about. And if your product kind of aligns with that, well, there you go. I mean, people are asking for that specific thing, and go serve that to them. So in this particular instance, it doesn't make any sense, right, to continue feeding the top of that funnel with people and knowing full well that the bottom of the cup is broken, is like there's a big hole in the cup, right? It doesn't make any sense. So this is where we are now beginning our journey with this new client and saying, listen, how are we going to align the product to what people want in the marketplace? And that's the same thing for you, is look at the marketplace, what are they looking for, and then align your product. And sometimes, a lot of times I should say, we have to adjust who our product is for, because sometimes we create a product and we just try to go sell it. Whereas if you look at the marketplace, if you reverse that thought process and say, okay, who is it that I could serve the best? Who is it that I could serve, and what do they want? And then create the product around that, a whole lot easier. But I get it. There's some people, including myself, that we've created products, and then we're like, okay, now how do I sell this? Who do I sell it to, right? So if you're in that boat, and right now, and if you've got a product that you've created already, and it's not selling to the market in the way that you're selling it to, or in the market that you're selling to right now, then it might mean that you need to just reposition the product, reposition it to different people, maybe the way that you serve that product, especially I would say the way that you describe that product to the marketplace. So repositioning happens all the time. So what I would suggest to you is to go after the people that you could serve the best, and then either create the product, which is the best way, like find the people who you could serve the best first, and then create the product. And if that's not going to work, if you've already got a product, then do the same thing. Look for people who you can help, and then reposition the product that you already have. I'm not saying sell something that's crap to somebody just because you've got this thing. If it doesn't align with what they're doing, don't sell that, obviously. But if it can still help somebody, all you're doing is repositioning it to a different market. And that is one of the best ways that you could get that top of the funnel working and keep people inside of your business. You don't want them leaking out all the time, okay? So listen, if this helped you out and you want some help in your business modeling it, getting the right model, clarity on the right model, so you can market that thing and build it to whatever you want, 6-7 figures and scale beyond, message me below. I'm going to set up a time to chat about your business and see if we're a good fit, okay? Have a great day.